All right, hello. Is the is the camera any better today? I went back and I saw some of the stuff from the MMA stream and it looked like garbage. And I get very annoyed with that sort of stuff. Hello Terror, hello Ryan, hello Lurkers. How are we doing? We are booking our way to Independence Day Slam, which is one of our two highly regarded shows. We have 4 storylines, and it's been 3 weeks since I've played this. Champion and Hernandez, Freely and Cage, Joss and Rick Law. And the Natural Storm is going to be stepping up versus a world champ, Rich Money. Though I have a feeling, just a hunch, that will not be how the world title scene looks when we get to the pay-per-view. Because I think we need to get Nikki Champion into that title match. Having another Watussets. Relaxing after a longish day of work. Started your first Zelda game ever this week. Awesome, man. Zelda's one of those things. Wow. Zelda is one of those things that I've never quite been able to stick to. Like, I start a bunch of Zelda games, and I don't think I've ever beaten one. And I like them. I enjoy playing them. But I just never complete the games for whatever reason. Mainly something new and shiny comes out, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to play that instead. Which one did you start playing, Ryan? I'm going to do it for just a year. 9 months is fine. I've only beat Ocarina of Time. I feel like that was the game of, like, my town. A lot of people had GoldenEye, but, like, everyone had Ocarina of Time. And I was the only one that had neither of them. I had Madden 64. Oh, Roger died. Boy, okay. Sure. Okay. 2 on CW's just cutting people left and right. Rocky Golden's available. How old is Rocky Golden? 33. Maybe 7 years. I'm not looking to give you creative, so Rocky Golden coming in would be huge, even if he wouldn't be able to come in for the big pay-per-view. Like, that would be a big, big deal. Tara read my mind there. Maybe 7 years. Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. Just to tone that down just a little bit. What pisses you off more, creative control or hiring veto? seeing how I play most of the games like a sandbox, creative control is the one that I do not give. Just period. I need to be able to book my stuff that I want to book. Like hiring veto, I'm more willing to kind of. I don't know what you would say. Oh, geez, hold on 1 second. Oh, okay, okay. I think everything's working now. Yeah, I would definitely be way more willing to give out the hiring veto and deal with like, oh, don't hire this person because he upsets me, than anything else. Sweet, you're doing some Cornelverse. Need to catch up. Didn't realize you've done 8 streams of it. Yeah, all of them are on the YouTube. If you want to go back, I don't think I've made a playlist yet because I'm bad at doing that. However, we're building up. If you want a quick synapse, we're building up to the biggest show of the year? Question mark. But and I am about to give Mr. Amazing, who is set to turn. I believe he just had a chance against Rich Money. Yeah, and he did not come through. So now, tonight, we're going to give DC Rain a chance. DC Rain. You've got a... Hello, Machete. Hello, Hijinks. Hello. We got all sorts of people coming in. Hello, hello, hello. July 4th is the biggest. Thanksgiving Thunder is also technically highly regarded, so that's... I don't know. But yeah, I think the July 4th show would be like the big show. I just think it's more like Bound for Glory and Slammiversary and... Oh, it also has a season finale marked. Oh, Terror, you're so intelligent. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I didn't think about that. Alright, so we start the show with Money and Rain promos. And we can do... Let me look at the pay-per-view just so that I can kind of remember everything. Merritt, Nikki, Mainstream beat Rain. So Mainstream should also be in there. What does this season finale? Season finale gives everyone like a motivation bonus. So everyone kind of performs better. Think of it like everyone kind of... The WrestleMania bump where people work harder at WrestleMania and everything. So I did not book correctly. Just as a... in case it has not been overwhelmingly obvious that I had no idea that July was their big show. I did not book everything correctly. All right. Law saved Freely. I believe that turned Freely face. Yeah. And what do we do with the women? Because that's what I would like to do something with right now. Alicia Strong won the title. All right. Well, then we're just going to do a quick match here. We'll do Alicia Strong. Come on, Nick. You know how to play this game. And we'll throw Sarah Marie York in there against Raven and Jade. You'd also get people to do big, crazy bumps and stuff. Yep. Also true. And Alicia can win. Raven can lose. And after the match, Alicia Strong is attacked by Joanne Rodriguez. We then go backstage. Steve Freely and Rick Law cutting a promo. They don't trust each other. You know, Law came and saved Freely, but the trust isn't there yet. But they have to team together tonight. And Freely tells Law to stay out of his way. I might rearrange these things. But we'll do Steve Freely and Rick Law taking on... Where? Be Davis... Oh, we actually made a team for them. Never mind. Model Misbehavior. And Freely wins, of course. But then afterwards, Roger Cage cuts a promo on Steve Freely lost his edge. Oh, wait, we got Jay Cord, too. He's not here yet, though. Joshua Taylor debuted at the pay-per-view, and he wants a title shot against Rich Money. Oh my goodness, I cannot type. I've had not even the neck. I actually played a lot of my personal game on my vacation because unfortunately, like, I had a bunch of time to just kind of do things, like sit around and kind of hang out. So in-ring scripted mechanic. Even if I say to script it, the game will say the competitors did not have enough psychology. Doesn't seem to make sense. So the lack of the scripting definitely lessens the penalty for not having enough psychology. But if the workers just flat out don't know how to string together a match, it doesn't matter how well you script it, it's still going to look like a scripted mess, essentially. Yeah. Or Tara could just say it way, way, way easier than I could. Nikki Champion comes out. He cuts a promo. He mentions beating Merritt. He mentions he wants a shot at Rich Money. But he calls out Mainstream Hernandez to come out. And He wants to fight Mainstream Hernandez in the main event next week. And Hernandez accepts. I'm very, very bad with knowing, like, what level needs what type thing. Yeah, psychology and star quality are the two, like, huge stats. Oh, and they still can't call it in the ring. That is bizarre. I don't know what to tell you there. You're not running it too long, are you? Okay. Did not expect that to happen. What did we do with oh, Milk Justice beat Tyson Bane and Colossus. So I probably should have James Justice and Malachi Milk come out and challenge Casey. And Casey's friend to matches at the pay-per-view. Oh, hijinks. That's a really, really good idea. Unfortunately, Cord isn't here yet. Like, I can't book him yet. I think if I go here... Yeah, his contract hasn't started. Like, that would be super cool, though. I will do that. Let's move this a little further down. Oh, we are angle heavy tonight. All right, DC Rain and Rich Money. Shoot. Mainstream and Rain. There. Unless there is literally someone else who got a big win that I could chuck in there. I guess Josh got a big win. And sure, you know what? Josh Thompson got a big win. And it would make sense for him to come out and demand a title shot. So let's change this. And you could beat Brett Starr without that being too big of a deal. Oh boy, we're going to put Josh Thompson in the main event. That's interesting. Let's see how this goes. I mean, obviously, Rich Money's not dropping the belt here. And since Josh got added, he can lose. Is there a character that has won Wrestler of the Year that has been surprising? None that I can think of, to be honest. But I'd certainly be interested in seeing what chat has to say. All right. Amazing turn on Rain. Oh, that's gonna be not get a good score, but that's the show. TV titles should be defended. $60 can go 45 to 75. Ah. That is cool. Greg Gage won it. That's awesome. What year was that? What year was Gage winning? I'm very curious. Anyone we need to book? Tyson Bane, main eventer. Should get booked. So we'll do a 6-man tag. Actually, we'll just book Tyson Bane. And we'll hire someone local. Extreme Deluxe. Fumihiro Ota. All right. And in the pre-show, Ota, Tyson Bane. Bane wins. I am very worried about this being the end of the show, but as I remember, angles don't work the same way as matches in that the last angle isn't necessarily the one that's picked the most. It's the highest rated angle that is weighted the most in the show rating. If I remember correctly. Hold on. I have to do live repairs on stream. Ooh. Oda wasn't bad. Masking tape. My desk is literally falling apart. Oh yeah, a Japanese game has to be very interesting after the natural disaster hits. All right. This went well. It just pings the economy, Ryan. It doesn't do anything to the workers themselves. I feel like milk pulled this down ever so slightly. Oh wow. All right. Steve Freely doing his job. My goodness. This did not quite as good, but I mean, they were fighting model misbehavior and still pulled a B minus. And Cage coming in, doing great as well. Yeah, this was... Felt like this could have been better. I might go hatless because I'm getting a little itchy. And hopefully it doesn't mess up the... It doesn't seem to be doing too bad on the green screen. Ooh. All right, so Joshua Taylor is not that good. Not that good at all. We are definitely a work in progress. Meanwhile, this was a perfect segment. Oh, this was really good as well. And mainstream continues to get that push. And we turned Mr. Amazing into a heel. This did really, really well. Rich Money carried this by a lot, but still. Thompson was actually better than DC Rain in this, so I was worried about the wrong person. And this didn't do too bad. And Natural Storm has officially split up. So now DC Rain will be flying solo. Let's see. Golden's being looked at by everyone, I imagine. What do we got? Not being considered, is being considered, is being considered. So 64 years with creative control. Or 62 5 years with creative control. Yeah, Shabba. Oh, and hello. That is not a name I recognize. The Shabdu. Yes, we saw TCW fall to Colt, I believe, just in that first week. And North of the Border's been competitive. They've stayed national. But at least I think they have. Let me just check the archive. Yeah, they did not ever leave national. So they've been pushing us on every single person we try to sign. So let me go in and inactivate this. Oh man, Look at how many look at all those tag team titles they've won. No more. Someday they'll get back together. But it's about time they had some time apart. The great part, Ryan, is like the characters are whatever you want them to be. There's no real like I don't know. There's no set narrative. Like Shawn Michaels is Shawn Michaels, and there's not really much of that here. Like, yeah, Rich Money is a rich guy, but like, you know, how you play that is kind of up to you. Whereas Ted DiBiase, you kind of play him like Ted DiBiase every single time. And yeah, it's cool to go back and do like what if stories and stuff like that, but I don't know. There's no precedent. Yeah, I think we're having like the same issue but in opposite ways. It's kind of cool. Wait, did that say? Oh, they got the better offer from someone else. I could do wage matching because I don't think I'm going to hire anyone over 68. I don't mind that. Yeah, I mean, look at these. Although this wage match and this wage match are about to get a bit ridiculous. I have noticed Cornoverse playthroughs are few and far between, which is a bit weird because, not to get like too meta on it, but the numbers do very well on YouTube. Like my USPW metrics are pretty much on par with the TNA metrics. TNA is a little bit more established, so I feel like it gets maybe like a 10 or 20% more views and all that engagement stuff, but I don't know. They both do very well for me. Oh, right. I was going for Randy Bumfall. Well, okay. Was I going for any... Oh, I guess Caulfield, yeah. Hello, Samuel Adams. How are you? Hey, glad you've been enjoying it on YouTube. I'm actually reading a Dynasty on the GDS board right now. And it made me like, in a weird way, kind of like, oh man, a little sad. Because I've never done a successful Dynasty. Even though I've done all this stuff and I've done fairly well with it. Like, I've never done a successful Dynasty. And I'm still like, I wish I could have done that. Like, that's so cool. Alright, we're going to start with Mr. Amazing cutting a promo on DC Rain. And then getting a win over some jobber. Sadly, that jobber is Greg Black. Dynasty is like a, if you know what like an after action report is for the paradox forms, or it's like a screenshot let's play of TEW, but without screenshots of the actual game. You play the game and then you write down what happened in the shows. It's basically fantasy booking, if you want to get like all the way down to it. My personal game is in its third year, and I'm playing currently as three companies. Four companies? Three companies, I believe. Four companies. Four, sir. Four. Four companies. I honestly don't think I've ever gotten an A-star rating on stream. And like, I mean that's kind of the way it goes. Oh, thanks, Cracker. I too like just kind of kicking back and listening, but when I'm like trying to drift off to sleep, especially like after one of these, I'll read something. Move this down. Is there anyone else I would like to get onto the show? You make our main event, J Cord, debuting. And beating. And beating. And beating. Sorry. See how good J Cord really is. And Tyson Bane can just come out and cut like a menacing promo with Colossus and T-Rex being menacing. Because I really don't have anything for them to do at the show. See, Ryan, I can't put on TV because my wife's sleeping and like I don't want to wake her up. Holy good gravy. I forgot that Mr. Amazing can cut promos. And that actually wasn't that bad either. That did okay. Although I can definitely trade out Karloff for Ota if I want to. Did alright. 65 to start. Okay.
That's about what I'm expecting. I mean, I'm more of a New Japan fan, so I'd probably be putting on New Japan World over the network anyway. But there's some good stuff on the network. NXT stuff is good. I haven't caught up on the Mae Young Classic, so I'd probably put that on. See? Tara's immediately jumping in and saying the things that I would say. Tara is just secretly me in chat. Caulfield, you absolute mad person, you pissing me off because I thought you were going to be Nikki Champion signing. Or not Nikki Champion, we already have him. Rocky Golden signing. Fight app has some good stuff. Yeah. Also not a bad app. Ooh. How old are you? 38. 4 years. How about 4 years? 30,000. All right. Sign everyone. Sign everyone. Sign everyone. Sign everyone. 35 with a 20% bonus per show. 34. And mine is at 30. I mean, it was cringe, but the Joey Ryan stuff was cringe, but I feel like it was supposed to be cringe. Uh-oh. Oh, yay. Okay. Good job, Schaefer. So we have Nikki Champion. Rich Money's out there and Mainstream's out there, and they're all talking about this main event. And Nikki Champion knows that Rich Money and Mainstream Hernandez, they have their backup. So Nikki Champion has brought in his backup, J-Cord, who comes out and cuts a promo, being happy to be in a company with as much tradition as USPW and the hottest wrestling company going, so on and so forth. Then we'll jump right into a Trent Schaefer match. Let's see who we have that we could bring in. Harry Allen. Yeah. He's got some popularity. He's still decent. Why not? I do feel like that segment, the Joey Ryan segment, would probably have been funnier live than it came across on TV. Because people like Dick Justice and Joey Ryan and all that are significantly better live. Like, significantly more funny than on TV, where you're just kind of like, alright, yeah, well, this is weird. I feel like if you're there, you're far more invested. I don't know. We just saw Dick Justice fight. Oh my goodness. This is bad. I can't remember his name. That's bad. I'm getting old. He does the Elvis-ish gimmick. Last name starts with a C. It's like Lucas Calhoun or something, but I don't think that's correct. That match was fun. It was just two dudes hitting each other in the balls for like 10 minutes, and I laughed quite a bit. Because I am a small child, and I'm not even afraid to admit it. Ed Stone wants a rematch versus Trent Schaefer. We're going to do a number one contenders match between Sarah Marie York, who has been on quite the roll, and Joanne Rodriguez, who just beat down Alicia Strong. And we'll give it to Jody Rowe. And then right after, Alicia Strong can cut a promo on her. Honestly, the match would have been better if Nakamura and AJ worked it the way that Justice and I'm going to keep saying Calhoun and keep being wrong. Calhoun did it, because at least that was like, that it had build up and everything. It was a comedy match. Like, you knew what type of match it was supposed to be. Be it Rick Law versus Roger Cage. And Roger Cage gets the win. And then Roger Cage cuts a promo. Interrupted by Freely, who also cuts a promo. Tyson Bane comes out and says that he got a match for T-Rex to face Steve Freely, who's still in the ring from his promos. And it's for the national title. We'll do a wild brawl here. Freely wins. And then after the match, Tyson Bane destroys T-Rex, essentially kicking him out of Cerberus. I know it's a gamble, Terror, but I need to get to this point in the story because I want him going. And I'd like for him to lose a match for that to happen. Let's get Milk Justice in the ring. Let's get... Alright. Casey Valentine. We'll get Jumbo Jackson in there. And we'll just kind of throw these guys in there as well. And I would like to see Casey Valentine win this match. Sure. Perfect. Mr. Amazing cuts a promo. DC Rain comes out and cuts a promo, and they will fight each other at the pay-per-view. Joshua Taylor versus... Josh Thompson in, like, the final test for Taylor, I guess. This was going to be the match last week. If Taylor can't get a good match with Thompson, then I'm kind of done with him. Nikki Champion. Champion comes out, is immediately attacked by Rich Money and Mainstream Hernandez before the bell rings. Jay Cord comes out to help out. Caulfield gets on the mic and makes this main event a tag team match. I'm really trying hard not to Teddy Long it. This match is adorable. Each of them got their own Mid-Atlantic buddy. I think Nikki Champion has to pin Rich Money in this match. I guess he could pin Mainstream. This is the storytelling match. This could probably also do well with a slow build. What a weird show this is. Nikki Champion ends the show by holding the belt high. Oh, wow. Okay. There we go. Harry Allen was okay. Ooh. Wow, Ed Stone. Good match. Alicia Strong on the mic, reminding us why she's the champ. Roger Cage being very, very good in the ring. I always think of him as just an entertainment guy, so now it's reminding me. But this is why he's an entertainment guy. Holy cow. My goodness. Meanwhile, while Freely's in the ring, we cool it off a little bit. Steve Freely was able to pull a 72 match out of Wayne Newton and Nelson Callum, and then T freaking Rex. That's nuts. And then Bane destroys T-Rex and kicks him out of Cerberus. Have you ever had a save where you just unintentionally being the keyword there, buried a worker for all they're worth? Unintentionally, yes, but it was in a regional game, so like I don't think that should count because they didn't have much worth to begin with. Intentionally, oh hell yeah, couple times. Taylor is like definitely that mid card to upper mid card level. This has been made a tag team match. Gets an 82. Jay Cord keep like dragging this down as much as he can. The champion lifts the belt high. Only getting a 73 for some reason. Yeah, I don't know why I expected Taylor to be, like, there right away. Rocky Golden went to SWF. Well, we lost out on Golden, so now we need to, like, double down on Angry Gilmore. It's 35, 4, and 20. 37, 4, and 30. Oh, here we go. So you were just talking about North of the Border always falling? So they had a 79 rated show. They put the women's title in the main event. And then unfortunately, they immediately dropped down. I imagine he has seen it at this point. Let's see how many times he's held it. He's only held it 6 times. That's quite a bit. And last held it like 2 months ago. Yeah, GCW dropping as well. Well, Ryan, you've come to the right place. A lot of Cornellverse fans here, a lot of varying opinions. What would you like to play? Do you want to play a sports entertainment? Do you want to play a like an indie company? Do you want to play what's your favorite to play? Is it modern? Is it 90s style like Crash TV? Is it 90s WCW? There's something for everyone in the Cornellverse. I am now just going to be Cornellverse pitchman. That is what I do. I come on stream and I pitch the Cornellverse for people. Ah, Persephone is dating Steve Freely. Well, Persephone has a job for life now. So best doing a sports entertainment company. So that would be USPW. That's a company that I'm working right now. Is your sports entertainment company. Take a little tour here. SWF, which is what was offered up to you, is more of a like Crash TV style. They got a lot of risque, a lot of cult, or a medium amount of cult, and a big mainstream. So this is your, honestly, this is your late 90s WWF stuff. It says sports entertainment there. So if you want to do late 90s, there's that. This says family friendly nostalgia. It's not. Mainstream traditional. I book USPW as your sports entertainment company, and it works out most of the time. And this is your WCW style. TCW. Traditional, mainstream, modern, and realism. So you got your cruisers in there. All that stuff. There's also, if you don't want to start as the biggest company in the world, Canadian Golden, which is very much a modern WWE sports entertainment company. And they have like a Von Erich-esque feel to them. So that's cool. Oh, Terror immediately jumping in and saying the things that I'm saying on stream. We have to stop doing that, Terror. People are going to think we're the same person. Might go with TCW since I like booking cruiserweights. Yeah, I think of TCW as like a later 90s WCW, in that they have an absolutely terrible backstage situation that you will need to rectify immediately if you want to get any semblance of a good grade. They have the cruiserweight division. They have a very good but aging main event, and talent in the mid card that can be built to the main event, but effort needs to be put in there. So the allegories are there, like, to make it work. Let's see. Joey Minnesota in 2013 was a legit backstage disease. Yeah, and it's weird because it doesn't feel like he is anymore. I don't know if it's just like things kind of just got better. Backstage incidents make me very nervous. Oh boy, don't play TCW then. Mike Bierman! I have a beer, man. Like, every company has its pros and cons. Like, USPW starts as the biggest, but, like, they are very old and very much a sports entertainment company. Let's just have a weird old 6-man match. People I haven't booked in a while. Colossus. Greg Black. Andre Jones. American Patriot. Masked Cougar. And we'll throw Jay Cord in there and have him win. Do Seaver saves start with the real world mods? I feel like I'm not going to make it to the pay-per-view at the rate I'm going. I'm going to try. Bane kicking out Colossus as well. Yeah, I feel like there's quite a bit less relationships. Give Taylor a domination win here. And I think the rest can be angles here. Oh, I gotta start this up. Well, scheisse. Have Mainstream cut a promo on Nikki Champion to end the show. We got 14 minutes left. I would like to see a Jay Cord and a Joshua Taylor promo. Maybe flip these around so they make sense. And then we can just do a promo with the women division. And call this a show. All right. That did fairly well. We're gonna say he didn't pin Alicia Strong and pin someone else. Joshua Taylor's good on the mic at least. He's good on the. He's better than Jay Cord on the mic. Nice. All right, who do we have in development? Oh, we have Gargantuan. Hello, Daredevil. Nice to see you in here. What's going on? Okay. Anyone here worth bringing in? Mutants, 21. Lepers, 40. Jebediah doesn't really fit what I'm going for. Ooh. Alright. Alright. Everest feels like Tensai to me. Real bad. So I should probably pop open a... Oh, you can see that. Whoops. And whatever. I was just going to pop open a notepad so I could... Oh, okay. Come on, man. Like... What? You really want him for 3 years? 23? Fine. Shockmaster. Maybe. Listen, I don't need Eddie Peak as bad as you all think I need Eddie Peak. SWF and north of the border, you guys can fight over him. Now, Rick Law I will go after pretty hard. 4 years, Did TCW jump back up? Oh, I kind of want them to take Rick Law. Did TCW jump back up to? Nope, they're still Colt. They're just offering written contracts to Rick Law. Okay. Oh, our child company jumped up to small. Yeah, I just saw Peak available, and I'm looking for someone for Cerberus. And, like, I don't know. Is Scout available? Scout's available. I might need to check out TCW really quick and just... Hold on, friends. I know I wanted to get to the pay-per-view today. But, like... Alright, Brett Biggins, I don't need. Chance Fortune is 36. So just Scouts available. He's 38. If I could grab him up for 2 years, that'd be fantastic. Never done a save with the Seavers. Yeah, we were just talking about that a little bit. Obviously, I love the Cornellverse. I play it quite a bit on my channel. I don't know if Mo will go to development. Mo will go to developmental. Thank you, Terror. I just assumed he wouldn't. So we start. Caulfield comes out and calls out Champion, Rich Money, DC Rain, Mr. Amazing, and he says that it is going to be a fatal four-way at the pay-per-view. And out comes Mainstream Hernandez, who would like to be put in the match. And he is booked versus J Cord, and if he could beat J Cord, he will be in the title match. All your positive chemistry makes you mad. Yeah, we've had some real good luck. Can I actually get in and look at that here? No? Yeah. Woo, look at that. Look at all that good chemistry. Let's jump right into the match. Mainstream Hernandez, J Cord. I'm going to give it to Mainstream. He's going to be put in that match. And I would like them to go out and steal the show. Do I have a face? I had a file where CM Punk and Samoa Joe didn't click. That just doesn't seem right, you know? Backstage, there's Enigma, who is walking. He sees Tyson Bane, and Enigma gives Tyson Bane a hard time, you know, because the Cerberus gave Enigma a bit of a hard time. So Enigma says, how are you going to be a Cerberus when you only have one head? And from behind, he is attacked by Gargantuan and Merit. All right, let's see here. We'll do Greg Black and Andre Jones in this match. Yeah, the Young Bucks are definitely someone who they should have great chemistry just off the bat. They just should. That should be in the mod. Alicia Strong and Joanne Rodriguez contract signing. J-Ro puts Alicia through table. Another six-man tag with different storylines merging together. Ed Stone, James Justice, and Malachi Milk versus Trent Schaefer, Casey Valentine, and Jumbo Jackson. And I will give Ed Stone a win. Then we will have Mr. Amazing take a win. Let's do this, actually. Open match. And we will do... Let's do a wild brawl on this. And... Right, I was going to do a sports entertainment finish. And have to chuck some interferences in there. Mr. Amazing is interfered on by a DC Rain. Freely gets interfered on by Roger Cage. I guess we'll keep strong Steve Freely. I really like the idea of that match. All right. We'll do Steve Freely and Roger Cage are going to cut promos. And then we'll do a 6-man tag with Cage, Davis, and Nelson, Steve, Law, and Taylor. And that face team is too stacked to not win that match. Chris Caulfield is going to announce our main event tonight is Rich Money and Mr. Amazing. We'll do this instead. Versus DC Rain and Nikki Champion. Josh should get a win. Josh has to do something with Rick Law, that's right. How about after the match? I feel like this is the most boring way to do these things. But Josh attacks Rick Law and then cuts a promo. On how focus should be on Thompson. I imagine people writing about USPW's most underrated workers list with Freely topping the list. The thing is that he is marketed as an icon, so I imagine he's like front and center in all of the advertising. Because on his contract, if I go to it, he is intended role icon, which is expected to use on every show, less tolerant of defeats. So I know that that's not like explicitly it, but I've always thought of it as being like sort of a I'm not meant to lose type thing. Not, oh my goodness. That is not what I meant to say. Sort of like a heavily marketed type thing. I'm not meant to lose is actually what it is. Then we actually jump into the main event. This is what happens when I'm trying to rush to get to the end of the show. Cesaro is also on all of WWE's marketing. Fair. And I don't like that. That makes me sad. Rich Money And Nikki Champion Brawl. Pop that slow build in there. Pop that storytelling in there. Is there anyone we need to book that we didn't? No? Okay. My word, that got a 92. That got a 78. And Cord and Hernandez have great chemistry. Ooh, buddy. So excited. We got new Cerberus with Tyson Bane, Gargantuan, and Merritt Kokloff. And then, of course, new Cerberus don't work well as a team. All right. Okay. J-Ro and Strong contract signing does well. This did okay, but not as well as I thought it would. Jumbo's killing these. Again, Freely and Cage, just white hot. White hot, like I said. Pulled these two up to a 78. Nelson Callum is getting scores just as good as Jumbo Jackson. Mainstream and Cord are your Austin and Rock. Ah, they might be. Josh getting a decent win here. Main event set up. And main event does okay. DC Rain not really up to the main event. And then decent match. All right. Not bad. Do you have Hollywood on your roster? Why, yes. Yes, I do. The Crippler is 43 years old. And I think would be a great development trainer. I don't need Kurt. Are we still... he's considering 26, 530 for 4 years. Just please take ours. Yes, I know Davis Wayne Newton's going to be a star. That's why I'm pushing him. It could be Terror. Mainstream has been just flying up the card. The only hitch in that would be the fact that Roger Cade has just been slowly become as gods. And just taking over the company. So we shall see. Independence Day Slam is the first. Oh, it's tonight. Oh, let's do this. I've used Hollywood and Mainstream as a team. They've done well. I have an idea for Hollywood already, but the fact that they've both been in Maw is great. Cage is Triple H. He already has a team. I knew I was getting close, which is why I checked. But, like, I didn't know how close I was getting. All right, I'm just going to pop the matches in and kind of rearrange things. All right, since Alicia's already there. Alicia Strong and J-Ro. I really should use pre-booking a bit more, but I hate it because then when someone gets injured, I feel weird about it. Hollywood and Cord were a team in Maw. I forgot that. They were correct. You are correct, but Hollywood is a heel, and Cord is a face, so that wouldn't really work out too well. All right, our other match, we'll do a tag match. Casey and Jumbo taking on James Justice and Malachi Milk. And Milk Justice is 110% getting that title. They've earned it. They've been... This is probably the most surprising thing, is that I am giving Malachi Milk a title on the biggest show of the year. A match that we had fantastic build for, Joss and Rick Law. And I think Joss has to cheat to win here. I mean, not to give too much away, but what I'm going to look to do is put Casey Valentine and Brett Starr together. And I believe... Alright, so they don't have experience, but that's where I'm going right now, is Hollywood Brett Starr and Casey Valentine will be the team. The semi-main is going to be Freely and Cage. This is definitely an open match. How far apart are they? 87 everywhere. And 60. So it just being open is big for Cage. Freely can win. Mr. Amazing, Mainstream Hernandez, Nikki Champion, and Rich Money for the world title. Don't worry, I didn't forget DC Rain. He's going to get CM Punk'd. Alright, so open, storytelling, slow build. I don't think we can call it in the ring. 80, 79, 80. 88. Fuck it. It's the big show. Go for it. Do I? Yeah. All right. I feel like I'm forgetting a match. Gonna do something with them in a second. All right. Yeah. So Enigma calls out the big men. Tyson Bane, Gargantuan, and Merritt. And says that he's assembled a team to fight this terrible new Cerberus here. And his team is Joshua Taylor and Jake Horde. Yay! I will definitely do a battle royal for everyone who does not make it. Tyson Bane, Gargantuan, and Merritt. Josh Taylor, Enigma, and oh my goodness, Jake Horde. Yeah, he's the important one. And we give Merritt the win. And Jake Horde the loss. Backstage, DC Rain is completely destroyed by Mr. Amazing and stretchered out. I like the Merritt guy being so tall he doesn't even fit into the picture. Yeah, it's a good touch. It's a very good touch. This is probably not going to do great, so I'll put that there. All right, let's see if... Dang. I was hoping Sam Strong would be there. But before her match, Alicia Strong can announce the Sam Strong Invitational. Battle Royal. And how many do I have left? 1, 2, 3. Well, nope, not going to use T-Rex. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 13, so we'll do 10. So we get Patriot, Jones, Caulfield. I kind of want Colossus to still be in this match. Newton, Black, Star, Cougar, Callum. Have Hollywood Brett Star get the win. And the most eliminations, Colossus. The runner-up, Colossus. Andre Jones is a bit unhappy. Greg Black is a bit unhappy. I guess I could give it to Greg Black. He's been having a hard go of it, and I'd really like to get him something going. Bring in dev people to make it 20. I'm all set. Women's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them as well. But they can do a 5v5 women's match on the pre-show. Lauren Easter, Melody, it's American Pie. This feels very WrestleMania. Just get everyone on there. Cass, Raven, Talia, Jade, and Zoe. And I feel like this is where like the fans would be like, oh, Raven was in such a big storyline, and now look, she's just stuck on the pre-show. What are they're wasting Sarah Marie York. She's not even on the show. Rich Money gets on the house mic and just cuts promo saying no one can stop Money. And that's how we end. Heel wins. Heel wins. I gave them 15 minutes. Don't give me that it's a Divas match. They got plenty of time. But yeah, it kind of does. I'm with you. Definitely. Sarah Marie has definitely become Bailey. All right. I think I wanted to do... So this is WrestleMania 2000. There is not a McMahon in every corner, Tara. There is not. I think we're good. I'm going to run it and see what happens. This did okay. York got a 63. Definitely our best worker. Jade could probably get a run against Strong shortly. That could be fun. And yeah, definitely out of the heels, it's Jade who is ready. So I think she's going to be the one who gets it. Whoa. Whoa, huge way to start off here. And then you get this. But, I mean, look at the men in the ring. And we got that. So it's okay. 66 for Alicia Strong. Ooh, jump right into a 77. Not bad. 79 for DC Rain getting stretchered out of the building at the biggest show of the year. DC Rain has probably been the biggest disappointment so far. Oh yeah, I book women to beat men all the time, and then I don't think there's anything in the game that's like makes a certain character not do that. So this got a 76, did okay. Malachi Milk is currently a better worker than Casey Valentine, which is troubling. Yeah, if you're doing like a local to global, you almost have to do intergender wrestling. Building gargantuan up here. Having a decent match. Having Merritt and Bane to carry him is pretty helpful. Good point, Tara. Good point. So Thompson cheats to beat Law in a 78 match. That's really, really good. And then Freely and Cage got the 81, but not enough psychology and an injury for Steve Freely. Oh, no. Chronic knee pain is something you work through. Oh, mainstream. I guess an 81's good enough. And then Rich Money looking amazing to end the show. An 80. Good enough. Good enough. He broke the law to beat the law. Oh, Daredevil, that's real good. I like that quite a bit. Enigma needs wins. He's not wrong. Gilmore went to SWF. Let's do the post WrestleMania trimming. Oh, no, we're not keeping you on. Goodbye, Crusher. Cass can go down. And I think Colossus got up to a 48. I don't know how good he... I mean, he's 30, so I'm going to send him down. Not bad, but not so memorable. Not bad for a incredible, like a huge show that I also completely forgot was supposed to be a huge show and didn't build anything up towards. So I will take it. Is there anyone in development that I need to bring up now? Maybe Froshore. Nah, not Froshore. So we don't have anyone we're going... Oh. We're still going after Peak, I guess. And I guess Scout. I'm going to advance one more day here before we call it a stream. It's a good number of you all who came out today. I'm very, very appreciative. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit the follow button. And if you're not following me on YouTube, go ahead over to youtube.com/Let's Play TEW. I don't know if that actually works. But Let's Play TEW, and you'll be able to find me there. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what Colossus can become. I got him a bunch of popularity by teaming him in Cerberus, but I knew that wasn't going to be a permanent thing. So now I think the Cerberus that I have now is going to be the permanent Cerberus, which is Gargantuan and Merit, but we will see. And we'll take Merit out of here. But there will be some changes to that coming shortly. Looking at our owner goals, Valentine 71, Joss 65, Rick Law 83. Yeah, Thanksgiving Thunder will be what we're building to next for sure. Valentine, not even close. Joss, already beat it. Rick Law, not even close. So if Joss has already beat it, we could kind of put Rick Law over him a couple times. And Thanksgiving Thunder, is that anything special? No. And we got Apple Pie and Wrestling coming up. US of Pain. Born in the USA. So none of these have any AI instructions on them, which is what I look at to see if I'm supposed to, like, hold a battle royal or something. So I would actually plan things out a little bit more to see what I would like to do here. I'll do that off camera. But if you have any suggestions, I would love to hear it. You can see the Twitter down here-ish. So follow me on Twitter. Send me suggestions on what you would like to, what builds you would like to see, what you could see, and I'll take them under consideration. Anything's open right now. So who we got on time decline? Caulfield Justice and Raven. Hidden Gems. Of course, all of them are very, very good. But yeah, that's going to be it. While I have a few people left over, I will go ahead and see who is streaming what now and see if we want to pass this on over to someone. We'll do a little bit of a raid ski. So hold on. We got some people there. Not many people I know of on, but if there's anyone who you guys know, who you would say is good, I could throw it over to them. But it looks like everyone's already gone to bed. Like I was gonna throw it to Caveman, but it looks like he's already stopped the stream. So maybe we'll just leave it be unless I can find someone playing Fire Pro who doesn't look terrible. This says stream will start soon. We're going to throw it over there. So we're going to send a raid on over to Kitality. And hopefully we can have some fun over there for a little bit. But thanks for watching. And have a good one.